Okay, welcome back to the SCOPE podcast. I'm here with Mose Masoe. I've known Mose for a minute. He's obviously had a horrific injury, a footy injury that most people are aware of, but if you're not, he had a tragic injury about, was it 18 months ago now, Moss?
Yeah, 18 months, man.
18 months ago. So I appreciate you waiting up. We just had a little chat before we got on. It's 10 o'clock over there at the moment and 7 o'clock in the morning our time, and I appreciate you staying up for us, brother.
Nah, no worries, bro. No worries.
To start off the potties, brother, we always like to start with a grateful. Have you got a grateful for us to kick off the show?
Yeah, bro. You know what I'm grateful for is my family, man. I couldn't have make it through this injury without my family, so that's what I'm grateful for, man.
Yeah, it's a good grateful. I'm also grateful for another family, mutual friends of ours, the Haraki family. I grew up with them. I know they've been supporting you a lot throughout this time, this tough time that you've had over the last 18 months. I consider them family for me as well. They helped out heaps. When I was over there, I was away from family. I was, single. We caught up. We had a lunch at one point and a little barbecue at the back of Weller's house. So I'm grateful for them, and I'm grateful for everything that they're doing for you, brother. And we'll get to that a little bit later on. But first of all, I just want to start with the injury update, brother. Where are you at? And then for those who aren't aware, do you want to talk a little bit about the injury, how it all happened, and what the process has been like, and what the recovery's been like in the last 18 months?
Yeah. So on January the 12th, 12th or 30th, 2020, I just went in for a tackle, and I just woke up on the ground, and I was just paralyzed from the neck down. So at that time I had a spinal cord injury.
Yep.
So technically quadriplegic at that time, or what they call it now, tetraplegic. So then I was taken to the spinal cord rehab place, and I was in hospital probably for about 100 days, I think.
100 days. Wow.
Yeah. So couldn't move. Just had to start from scratch and try to learn how to move, and hopefully be able to walk after that. So it's been a big challenge.
Yeah,
a massive challenge. It's been 18 months now. So from day one, it's just been, it's probably the things that I've learned in footy about just sticking to your rehab and making sure you do the little things has really helped me out. So I'm really thankful for footy for teaching me those things. At the time it was really a bad injury, but for myself, I knew if I just did the little things right, I'll get through it. So so now I'm a walking quadriplegic, so I can walk around on crutches at the moment.
That's unreal, brother.
But you just get tired because your body's just working 24/7. So after a session of rehab, during the day I'll have a 1 or 2 hour nap. So
yeah, that's understandable. I have that anyway, brother, and I don't have any injuries. So
it's just like a normal preseason. So but it's going all right, man. I'm just thankful that I'm been able to move, and it didn't go right through my spinal cord. And if that was the case, I wouldn't have. There was no way back after that. So luckily, it just kind of strangled my spinal cord, and everything's kind of like waking back up. So I've just got to learn how to do everything again. So
you've talked a little bit about that, brother. Footy players get injured all the time. Your one's obviously an extreme version. Have you had like little incremental goals throughout it? How's it worked? And do you have any long-term goals of like, sort of where you want to get to? So just say for the first 6 months when you're rehabbing, like, your average injury, did you have like a target? All right, I want to get to this by this point, and then, or therefore, where do you want to sort of get to by the end?
Yeah, well, initially when I couldn't move, they put me in a hospital bed, and they just pretty much said to me, "You just got to lie flat for 6 to 7 weeks."
Wow.
So I was just in bed for 6 to 7 weeks, and it was funny. I lost heaps of weight just like because I couldn't move. My teammates were feeding me my food. I literally couldn't move. Like get into the nitty gritty of it. The nurses would be coming and they'll like be bathing me in my bed.
Yeah.
And I had to do everything in my bed. Had a catheter in and I had to like release my bowels in bed.
Yeah.
So a lot of that stuff was a lot of the stuff that I had to really let go of my feeling shy and things like that.
Yeah.
Because I was really lucky. I had a really good group of nurses and they all just had a laugh and things like that. But yeah, that first initial, I'll say 3 months, pretty much I was just like bedridden. And then once the goal was just to start getting my arms working when I was in bed. So It's funny, the physio will come in, he'll strap on these arm weights on my hands and I'll just be doing like dumbbell curls. As soon as like something started working, I'll just be doing dumbbell curls in bed like all day. And then
you're always a big boy. Sorry, Moss. You're always a big boy. We always like into your weights and like the gym side of it anyway.
Nah, not really, man.
Yeah.
Not really.
Just naturally, just a big bopper.
Yeah, that's it. I wasn't really into that kind of stuff, so I just had to like change my mindset and just like try to train because one, it was just boring.
Yeah,
I was just lying there like 24/7.
Just wanted something to do. Yeah,
something to do. Yeah, I couldn't even read a book because like someone to hold the book in front of you.
Oh wow!
But once I could start moving my arms, then I could like my goal was just to be able to change the tally, like put my arm up and grab the tally, and then that went for a few weeks, and then my arms started to come back, but my legs were still couldn't move. So I was just like, oh, when are these going to wake up? But once they sat me up, 7 weeks later, God, it was probably like the worst. It's like being casted times a million.
Yeah,
I
okay.
was just like a ghost. All the blood was just rushing to my legs, and
I can imagine
just passing out. So that was an experience in itself. So it took me like a week and a half just to get out of bed.
Yeah. So at
I'll be able to get.
Sorry, bro.
Set up.
Yeah. So at the moment you're on crutches. You said there a chance of progressing even further from that?
Yeah. For now, I'm just my balance is massively taking a hit. It's like my arms and my legs kind of work, but it's just like the core. I should have done more sit-ups.
Well, I think we all should have, bro. We should have.
I should have done more sit-ups at training, but man, my core doesn't work. So like even me sitting here, you can kind of see me go side to side. Is this because I'm trying to like stay balanced?
Oh, okay.
So So when I stand up, it's like it doesn't work, and my back takes all the pressure. So I can walk maybe 100, 200 meters, but then I have to sit down after that.
Yeah,
I'll be absolutely knackered. But in saying that, all the physical stuff, that's the stuff. It's all right. It's getting there, but it's just more the stuff, that internal stuff. That's the stuff that I wanted to come back, man.
Yeah.
It's funny is someone in hospital said to me, man, that they would give their legs, they would give their legs up to have just their bladder and bowels back.
Yeah.
And I was
wow.
like, to myself, I was like, oh, what does that mean? But now I kind of get what he means. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm really similar to I would go in a wheelchair for myself to be able to like just to go to the toilet by myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, because majority of my day is focused around bowel care and like bladder and stuff. So that's probably what's holding me back the most. But fingers crossed, man, it comes back.
Yeah, for sure, bro. And, we wish you all the best. For people that don't know, like, I've sort of known you. We come through, I think we come through at the same time. Like, when you debuted in the Roosters, it was 2010, and that's the year I debuted as well. So, me and you come through playing against each other. You're always a big boy, scary-looking figure on the field. But whenever we had chats off the field or we caught up, like, at Wellers, you're always a real positive, happy-go-lucky guy. It looks like it served you well, brother. Like you sort of keeping a positive mindset about the whole thing and like where you can get, and obviously wishing you all the best with it.
No, yeah, thanks, bro.
So let's get into the Try July, brother. How did this all come about? I know from over this side, Tommy Simons, an ex-teammate of yours, like I said, from the Sydney Roosters. He's at the RLPA now. He's been on us about helping you out when it first came out at the start of the year with the Mose Masoe Foundation. How did the Try July initiative come up from Sportsbet getting involved in the RLPA and whatnot?
Yeah, it was it all kind of started with my manager. So my manager, Steve Gillis. Yeah, I've had him since I left school. So I've had the same manager my whole career, and he was just like, man, we've got to, just because of how the insurances work in rugby league over here.
Yeah,
it's
yeah, I know about
doesn't pay. Yeah, it definitely doesn't pay what it should. So he's come out and said, I'm going to try to raise as much money as I can for you. And that's how they started the Mose Masoe Foundation over here. And then Chimes, my manager, he's just come up with a lot of ideas back in Australia, and he's been pushing it from the start. So
that's awesome.
When they did the Mose Masoe round here, yeah, he got in touch with the people in the NRL and stuff like that, if they could do it back home in the beginning of the year. Man, I'm just grateful that I've got him in my corner, man, because I don't know where we would be without him. So no, it's and then he come up with this Try July.
Yeah.
So it's been big help, especially with men in league as well.
Yeah.
They've really helped out. Get this off the ground, and especially back home in Australia. So I'm just really thankful, man.
Yeah, for just to start off with one of the points that you brought up, like I also played in the Super League. I know how tough it is with the insurances and the cover and whatnot over there in the Super League. So the fact that people were helping out over here is massive because, respectfully for the game over there, it's probably not at the level it is over here and the support that the NRL gets. So everything you can do to help out with the Mose Masoe Foundation and the Try July. Just anyone that's listening to us, just keep helping out and supporting as you can. But you're talking about supporting the Try July in itself, Moss. I don't know how many times. I think you crossed a fair few times over in the Super League, but I know about the NRL. Have you been able to see some of the try celebrations? And do you have a favourite? And what's your worst one that you've seen so far?
Oh God, no, it was good. Sportsbet tagged me in a few try celebrations, and I got sent a video from a few people at Sportsbet that like for all the tries. So I got to see them all. From round one, from the first
week, yeah.
July. So, yeah, so there were some really good ones. But yeah, man, I feel for the boys, man, because because I know deep down inside that they're not like the camera kind of people. They don't like that kind of stuff. So for them to do that for myself, man, is I'm just really appreciative and just thankful that they've gone out of their way, especially Tommy Turbo.
Yeah,
God,
he looks so awkward, bro.
Was the awkwardest one, man, honestly. But it was just him trying to, come up with a celebration for myself to support myself. It was awesome, man.
It's unreal from the boys.
They've just gone above and beyond for myself, and it's just awesome. But probably my favorite one was the Ruben Garrick one.
Yeah, the Gary.
The cricket. When he bowled someone out, that was pretty cool. So I hope he scores a few more, man.
Yeah, it was creative from him, and the ironic thing about the whole thing, Turbo's was that bad, and then when Garrick did his, Tommy sort of looked around like he wasn't impressed, and like he looked around and he's going, nah, that wasn't it, but like easily it beat Tommy's one. My favourite of the weekend, bro, I don't know if you've seen it, was Adam Reynolds. He's a friend of us at YKTR Sports. He was that keen to do his celebration that he stepped out before he did it. So that shows how much the boys were thinking of you. They're even thinking about their celebrations before they score their tries.
Yeah, that's it. I just want them to score the tries first and then do the celebrations and just focus on the game, man. But it's been awesome. I think they done it last year for men of league, and
yep, they did. Yep,
they said that that they had none in the first week, so to have that many in the first week of July was awesome.
Yeah, I even seen a little clip of those Rabbitohs boys practicing. Someone caught a clip of Rabbitohs players practicing at a training. Like there was a couple of guys off camera. I think there were a couple of the younger players coming through. So, yeah, mate, everyone's thinking of you in the NRL, and plenty of practice are going into these try celebrations.
Yeah, it's been awesome, mate. It's been awesome.
But with the Mose Masoe Foundation as well, where else can we help outside of the Try July? Where can we find it? Do you have any events coming up? I know I've touched on them as well already. Jen Haraki and Walla have been helping you out over there. Jen, I think with the partners of all the players, or did some ex-players get involved in a big walk for you over in the UK? And then I seen a post from Wella saying that you're bringing out your own gin and putting it in a few pubs over there.
Yeah, it's been awesome, man. The support here has been amazing. From everybody in rugby league, man, has come out of the woodworks just to support myself and the family since day one. And there's been a lot of events that have gone on. They did the Mose Masoe round, but our friends, like you said, like Jen, did the walk with I think it was like 65 partners.
Yeah.
Just for them, we don't know how hard it is just to support your own partner during the season. But for everyone taking out the time to do the walk for myself and the family was awesome, man. So we went down and we've seen them in the finish line. I think it took them about 3.5, 4 hours to do the walk, man.
Oh, wow.
And it was quite a hike, and man, it's been awesome. And then they're bringing out a gin next week. Me and Wella done a few gin tasting nights.
Nice.
With the bro who I can't remember what it tastes like, but
hopefully Wella didn't have too much, because then he starts trying to arm wrestle you and headbutt you.
Yeah, that's it. Oh God, no, it was too funny. So yeah, that's coming out. I think next week. So yeah, like I said, all our close friends have really come out to support myself and the family. So we're truly grateful, man.
Yeah, and for sure, bro. And if anywhere we can help and help push it, like if anything's coming on in the next 6 to 12 months as well, or as long as this takes, brother, reach out to us. We're happy to help any way we can. Sort of appreciate you coming on and talking about your injury and whatnot. But I want to move on to another part. You've lived over there for about 5 or 6 years now. You've been in the UK.
Yeah.
Have you got into your football over there? Is it coming home, brother? Is it coming home?
Oh, man. Honestly, God, these guys, they say like it's coming home, like it's been home before. But it's never been. They need to come up with a better saying. Because, but I see the passion over here, man. It's
crazy, eh?
Oh, it's crazy.
Have you seen anything like it? For people that don't know, we're talking about the football and the Euros. England are through to the World Cup against Italy. I was over there in 2018 while the World Cup was on, when they made it to the semi, and there's honestly nothing like it, Amos, like going through the pubs and whatnot.
Yeah. Me and you, we go for All Blacks, and it's like, you go there, and you kind of clap, and you're like, go to All Blacks, man, over here. Yeah. Like they shut down everything just to go to watch football. People take days off work. Like it was like no cars were driving yesterday. Yeah. When the game was on, it was unbelievable, man. So I really hope it does come home. Yeah. For these, because it's been a tough old
55 years. It's been 55 years. Yeah, it's over here. I suppose 18 months with everything that's been happening over there too. It's been tough in Europe with COVID.
I went into hospital and everything was normal. I come out and the world has changed.
True. I didn't even think of that. Yeah.
So halfway through being in hospital, COVID come. No one could come in hospital, man. So it was. That
would have made it even harder.
Yeah, man. But I got along with other patients in there, which was good. Had a few takeaways, had a few too many takeaways, but. It was good, but the country's been in lockdown for pretty much 16 months. Yeah. So, and Freedom Day is coming up in a week, I think, hopefully. Yeah. Where they take all the rules away.
Yeah, I seen Boris was saying something about it's just going to get to the point now where we've had vaccinations. enough people have caught it, just trying to get back to normality and live with it, isn't it? Is that going to be the way over there?
Yeah, it's been ridiculous because like my family is isolated 5 times.
Yeah.
Like we had COVID in January, so I had to isolate. My kids, come in contact with someone at school, so they have to isolate.
Yeah.
So like I think 50 days we've had to isolate.
Wow. Yeah.
So we can't wait until it goes away, man.
Yeah, I can imagine. And like you said, it's big for the country. I speak to Jacob Miller a fair bit and all the boys from Wakey still. So I sort of know what you guys have been going through for people over in Australia. We've gone through a couple of lockdowns, but nothing compared to what you guys have been going to. So I think people in Sydney should be grateful that they've been able to have a little bit more freedom than what you guys have had. But have you got a prediction for the scoreline for the final? Do you think? Are you going for England? But do you think they can win?
I believe they can win because they've got the home field advantage.
Yep, that'll be massive.
It looks like they'll get like 60 or 70,000 at Wembley. So
yep.
I reckon 2-1 England.
2-1 England.
Hopefully.
Same scoreline as the semi, eh?
Yeah, 2-1.
Yeah, it's coming home.
Italy's going to score first, I think, and then hopefully they just come back strong.
Yeah. Well, that was about your adopted country, but let's talk a little bit. Let's finish off with your home country, bro. Toa Samoa. I know you've represented for him before. There's been news over here probably a couple of months ago that the Johns brothers were keen to get involved with SBW. And then a lot of the young boys that are Jerome Luai and Brian Toto have come out and said they'd love to represent Samoa. How strong can the Samoan team be, bro? And how big would it be to have guys like the Johns brothers and Sonny a part of the staff?
Right, it'll be amazing, man. Honestly, we need players to play for Samoa. Like I say, like 10 years ago, players were going, they would only play if they didn't get picked for, like New Zealand or Australia. Yeah. Now players want to play for Samoa. So hopefully, like Sonny can get involved, and in the Johns brothers, 2 legends of our games. Yeah. Like honestly, that's just going to be the best thing for Samoa because I truly believe that they could compete with the best teams. And just what happened with Tonga, how they come out and they beat Australia their last test, mate. Samoa could be just as good. So let's hope they get the right personnel and the right players because there's plenty to pick from. They'll be hard to beat, man.
Bro, there's been a few projected lineups of like if the players decided to choose, like obviously Junior Paulo and some other players like Nelson Asafa Solomona. If he decided, like the team is stacked, bro. If they go their strongest 17, I think Dill Brown, players like this, like team could be crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's just because the NRL is involved that much, the players are getting paid good money now.
Yep.
That like the playing tests to get, I think like to play for Australia or something was like 50 grand or something. Whereas they play for Samoa, you get you get a free feed.
Pie and a Coke.
That's it. Yeah. But it's got the players are getting paid good money now that they can pick to go, I want to go play for Samoa, I want to play for Australia if they want to, or New Zealand. But that's the best thing about how the NRL's evolved over the time. And
yeah, for sure.
Players are, what is it? Over 50% of players are Polynesian or Torres Strait Aboriginal background, man.
Yeah.
So
I think it might even be more than that now, bro. It's just getting more and more, 55 to 60%. So
yeah.
Like you said, Andrew Fafita and Jason Tomalolo sort of, changed the ways that people think about representing their country, man. And if they can do anything, Samoa can do anything like Tonga did, then they're going to be a proper force come World Cup time. So I hope to see it, bro.
Yeah, same, bro.
All right, Mose, thanks for coming on, brother. All the best, like I said before. Any way we can help, brother, just keep in touch. All the best with your recovery. And for all the footy boys out there watching, make sure you keep coming up with those creative try celebrations for Try July.
Cheers, brother. Thanks for having me on.
Sweet, Mose. Thanks, brother.
Oh, sweet, bro. Thank you.